Good morning, and welcome to the What Inspired Me Today podcast, a podcast created to inspire you to be the very best that you can be. My name is Stephen Matthew, and this is what inspired me today. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. It is an honor and a privilege to be speaking with you today. In this week's podcast, I didn't want to use a quote, but rather I want to use a picture to illustrate something that is really important for all of us. And that is, what life path are you taking? The image that I want to show you, for those that are listening in and not watching the video, let me describe it to you. The image shows the past and the future with a line in the middle that says today. In the past, from the day that we were born, we started making decisions that ultimately led to the middle of our life, which is right now, today. There are many paths that we could have taken. However, in green is a life path that is open to you based on the decisions that you make. In black are these lines that were potential decisions that you could have made, but are closed to you once you have made the decision that you've chosen. But the great thing is, from today, every single line that comes in the future is a potential life path that you can take. They are open to you if you so choose. What is the meaning of this image? The meaning of this image is that with every decision you make, you choose a certain path in life. Now, this might be an overwhelming concept for some of you, where you might look back on your life and go, oh, what if? What if I made this other decision? Where could my life have gone? In reality, in the present moment in time, we have zero idea where things are going to lead. We can make educated guesses based on the information that we have now, and that is something we should do. We should make the best possible decision that we can make with the information that we have right now. We can make decisions based on what we want. We can make decisions based on what's best for us. We can make decisions based on the information that is accurate to the present moment in time. We don't know, even with that information, where that will lead. We can only predict potentially what it might lead to. So, the other thing to realize when we make decisions is that every decision that we make incurs what's known as an opportunity cost. An opportunity cost, as defined in microeconomics, is when we forego the potential gain of the next best option. This basically means, in layman's terms, that we have to give up something and we have to give up the next best option when we choose one thing. This happens every single day. When we make one decision, we have to realize that we are foregoing the next best thing. We cannot have our cake and eat it too. We have to choose one thing over another. We can't have the best of every single world and every single possibility. We have to make decisive decisions. But the great thing is this. When we look at the middle of the image, that is today. You have got to where you are today by making the decisions that you have made. Now, some decisions were made because of your own implicit planning, and other decisions happened because of things outside of your control. Either way, you have got to where you are today. The great thing is, from this point onwards, you can make whatever decision that you want. These are all potential life paths that you can take. This can be an overwhelming proposition. However, I choose to think of it in the most optimistic terms. We have the ability and the capability to make whatever decision we want to make as we go forward in life. We can make decisions based on what we want, where we want to be. We can make decisions based on the information we have right now. There are 3 questions I would propose that we should ask ourselves when we make a decision. The first thing that I would propose is, what do you want in life? What do you want in your short term? What do you want in your long term? Now, as I've mentioned already, you do not know where things will go. You can make educated, predictive guesses about where things might lead to, but we don't know what will happen because life will throw curveballs. The second thing that I would ask you is, what don't you want? It is one thing to know what we want and where we want to be and who we want to become, but what don't you want? What are things that are non-negotiables? What are things that you just don't want to have or don't want to be? That will give you a better idea of the decisions that you can potentially make according to your own integrity, according to your own principles, according to your own ethos. The third thing is this. What are you willing to sacrifice or give up? If I make a decision and I prioritize my decision list and I go 1, 2, 3, these are my options. What am I willing to give up? AKA, what is option 2 and what is option 3 that I'm willing to forego? What are my opportunity costs? In order for me to make a decision and choose a new life path, I have to give up something. If you're willing to give up something for what you want, then you are more likely to succeed in it. But is it worth it to you to give it up? That is a decision that is solely based on you. What are you willing to give up? But here's the thing. How do I let go of the decisions that I've made so that I can prevent potential regret? Number 1, make peace with the decisions that you have already made in your life. Your choices have led you to where you are right now. I want to remind you, though, that most of the time they are conscious decisions that we have made, and in some cases we have made decisions based on the situations we are in. That could have been because of external factors, because of things out of our control. And that is okay. Because the second thing that I want to mention is you have to give yourself some grace. You cannot control everything in this world. And because you can't control it, you have to take time to make peace, as I've said, with the things that you could not control and with the things that you can. The only way to make good decisions is to make bad ones. You will not become good at making decisions and choosing things for your life if you don't make bad decisions. The only way to make those good decisions is by making those bad ones and learning from it. I have gone through a lot in my life so far, and it is individual to me. I've had to make a lot of very hard decisions to where I am now. But one thing that I wanted to prioritize is that I do not want to get older and look back on my life and regret the things that I have gone through. There have been things that I have looked back on and I wonder, what if I took this other step instead of what I did take? But I do not dwell on it or regret it because I would not be in the position I am in right now without the decisions I've made right now. My life and my life path would not be where it is right now. I've had to make decisions and think to myself, what are my opportunity costs and what am I willing to give up? Am I okay with giving up the things that I've given up? And in more cases than not, especially once I've realized it, I am okay with the decisions that I've made. The final thing I want to remind you is this. We are all trailblazers. All of us are going through this life for the first time ever, and the only time ever. We only have one chance. Make the most of the life that you have right now. You don't need to make the best decisions all the time. Be happy with the decisions that you make right now. Be at peace with it, and know that your life is going to continue to flourish and prosper as you continue to make better decisions in your life. Choose the life path that is best for you, for your family, for your friends, those that you love the most. It is okay to make bad decisions, and it is even better to make better decisions based on what you have learned. I want to thank you for continuing to support this podcast. With that said, have a great week.